Hello, everybody. How are you doing on this beautiful Monday, November 28th? I am Pro Pittman. This is Men's Mental Health Monday, 251 Talk Radio, and I am here with my brother, as always, my partner in peace, not my partner in crime, Venie The Great. How you feeling, family?
What's happening? And I'm good for a Monday, man. How are you, my brother?
I'm well. I'm blessed. I'm all wise, and I'm civilized. You know what I'm saying? I'm right and I'm just. And put my best foot forward. That's all we can expect, and even that's a lot. But I can manifest that every day. You know what I'm saying? So, peace to you. And hope you're having a good one. You know what I'm saying? Hope you had a good morning. You feel me?
I had a good morning, man. Had a good Thanksgiving. Uh, Hope everybody over the holiday got to spend some time reflecting. You know what I'm saying? Spend some time relaxing before we go back to this grind that we call life. Enjoy your family a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
True indeed. True indeed. Did you eat good? I had two and a half dinners that day. I had to move around. You feel me?
I actually only had one dinner.
Mm-hmm.
One and no leftovers. I don't want no leftovers. I don't do that. So,
Yeah. After a while, I was like, what is technically good the next day? I mean, the turkey's dry by now. The dressing's gone. Macaroni's probably gone. Certain things don't make it to
smack.
leftovers. You know what I'm saying? Like certain
No,
things just
sir.
don't make it. I don't eat greens. Cornbread either. You know, yeah, it's a good idea.
I
Give me the
don't eat
food now.
chitlins.
Nah,
Please
yeah,
don't
hell
come
no.
to me with no damn
Man, I'd be
chitlins, bro.
pissed off if my grandma made chitlins on Thanksgiving. It stink the whole house up. That shit stink the whole house up a
Stink,
day
bro.
before. But yeah, I'm
How how
sure.
you, how it stink when you cleaning it? Like I don't get it.
Oh, guys, 251 Talk Radio. I hope you are listening. Number love. We are here on stereo, live broadcasting. Number love to you guys. I am Pro Pittman. This is Vinny the Great. This
What's
is
up?
Men's Mental Health Monday, episode 45. Um,
I'm back. Michael Jordan 45 episode. Yeah.
that was 96 Jordan, 95 Jordan, right? 95.
I think so. It's
95,
one of the
yeah.
patent leathers came out, right?
Right after
Am
the
I right?
Baron. Yeah, right after
Yeah.
Space
Okay.
Jam. Yeah, yeah. You know, um, I wanted to talk today in a brief, build today with us about time management, and balance. Two things which always eludes me. I feels like as much as I work on it, for sure, it still seems like there's never enough time in the day. Not that I don't get things done, because I do. I just, I want to get more done. You feel me? And it's never enough time in a day, and we always are trying to, squeeze the extra hours out of the day, whether it's staying up later or waking up earlier. And it's a cycle for sure. I've gotten better at disciplining myself to take certain things out of the equation that keeps me from feeling unbalanced, but I can never properly manage my time, right? You know what I'm saying? You got to put sleep in there too, and it throws the whole thing off whack. So, I know a person like you. I thought about that because I know you wake up super early in the morning. You know what I'm saying, to go to work, and your whole schedule is probably a little bit different than some people. You're getting off of work. When some folks are going on lunch. And
For sure.
I can imagine that opens up a lot of time though for activities. You know what I'm saying, and especially things with the children too, after school stuff too. I can only imagine that you probably don't got a lot of time extra to do anything. So I'm happy you spent this time with me here. You feel me? We got time to
Oh, for
build
sure.
and speak about these things every Monday here on Stereo, Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, and then some. So, um, always a pleasure, bro. How are you per se? You feel at time management, not overall, but like lately, lately.
Well, time management for me is a little different just because, like you said, I uh I do wake up super early. You're talking 2:45. You know, third
Mm-hmm.
shifters are pretty much well into their shift. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
just waking up, getting ready to go. It that was one of the adjustments I had to make for my children, because my
Right.
children are, not only do they rely on me for like picking them up for school, they also rely on me to getting them to their after school activities. So whether it's gymnastics or football or basketball or volleyball, which that's pretty much sums up of everything that my kids do, I have
Mm-hmm.
time to do every single one. And by the grace of God, to be honest, like if it wasn't for the positive pings that I get, like man, like just the times of all these events work and coincide with each other. Like I don't have to miss anything.
Right.
So like just in that the universe has blessed me with that type of stuff. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But I think the time that I mishandle the most though is the time with my friends. And
Mm.
you can
Yep.
attest to this. How many
I feel you. Yeah.
months have we been talking about getting together? You know, just all four of us. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then 6 months goes by and we still haven't done it. So it's like I feel like I do a horrible time of managing my time with my friends because I need you guys, you know, a lot more in my life than what I, have. And that's why sometimes if you notice, like, if I haven't heard from someone that I'm close to for a little while, I reach out because sometimes, they're going through it. You know what I mean? And sometimes that reach out, that conversation, gives them that much faith and that much hope through their day. So yeah,
Yeah.
make sure
Yeah.
make sure you reach out, man. Straight
For
up.
sure. Time misses us. I totally understand what you mean. Um, there's people that live right around the corner from you, and you won't see each other because of this time. And it's good that we fill our time with, progression of things. It's, there was times when I was younger where I was filling all my time with bullshit. At least now I'm completely busy with all things that are progressive and for the most point, serve me in multiple ways. Um, but definitely the time that we do miss, is the community. Being around our people, because all of these people are busy doing those things. Are busy trying to get that cycle right for themselves, and trying to break it is super hard. I'm a creature of habit, and I get into certain things, and I have an addict mind state, literally and figuratively. So it's like I don't, once I get into something, I get heavy into it, and I only have enough time to be into one thing. It seems like heavily. I can do other things as hobbies, but there's only one thing I have to take that takes precedence, excuse me. And it's like, and I think that's just an illusion in my own eyes, that in my mind that I make up and like, oh, well, I only got time for this one thing today, because I don't, you don't want to overwhelm yourself or the people around you because you're doing so much. Sometimes we can live with or be close to people who aren't like that, who don't want to be busy all the time, or or have something to do all the time. Because I'm not always busy. I always have something I could be doing. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
there's
for
always some
sure.
work that could be getting done. But I make sure I take time and balance myself and enjoy leisure things. You know what I'm saying? Time outside with my family. Watching a Netflix show with your girl, playing the game, whatever the case. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's for an hour, hour and a half for the whole day, then boom, you get back to it. It makes sense that those things are important. And it does suck when you have a friends group. It's hard to even get a group of motherfuckers online to play the game at the same time. Everyone's
Man,
time, everyone's
truth.
what I'm saying. Like man, it's very hard. But I think it's all like I said, an illusion. We just gotta prioritize things as best we can. But what is really the priority nowadays when you're in your 30s, like
For sure.
you trying to
For
get it, you
sure.
trying to build, it's like I always say, I feel like balance is like it's a secret of life. I feel like in Pulp Fiction when they opened up the briefcase, it was balance in there, like straight the fuck up when it shined and shit, and they never showed it what it was because that's what I feel like. Once if I had that, down to a T, I would be unstoppable. I feel like what I'm saying because I have the plan. I feel to make things happen. It's just managing my time and getting them done in a timely manner is a lot and that leads into our topic that we always speak of as men's mental health is sometimes the overwhelming aspect of you gotta go, you gotta go, you gotta grind, you gotta get it done, you gotta hustle, you gotta hustle, you gotta hustle, party, party, fuck, fuck, smoke, drink, that shit, there's no peace, there's no quiet, and some people won't know what to do if the quiet hit them, and I think it's really necessary that we all learn how to live in some quiet and some time of nothing, a time of just reflection. Because being on the go all the time, is just so strenuous on our brains. Find some downtime, read a book, so, unplug as everyone says. I mean, it's very important. Delete some of them apps on your phone you don't need that just keep you scrolling for no reason. I mean, something just to maximize, time for you, for yourself, and let go of the world having hold of you all day. And that's a whole other topic when we get into our
Sure.
phones. But it's just I feel like balance is just the key thing in my life lately. If I have more balance, I would have this, that, more, more, more. It ain't money because I know how to make money. You know, I know how to go get money. If I could balance my time properly, I would go make more money. You know, so it's not like if I was rich, I wouldn't go hustle. You know what I'm saying? Like if I was rich, I would still try to
Yes,
find a way to go
sir.
get more. You feel me? It's weird, man. So, but you know how I go, one day at a time, right?
Man, one day at a time, man, and one step at a time. I think we need to, when we're taking these steps, and far as like trying to complete things. I know me as a man, I just have a busy schedule. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So like that time that I don't take for myself is pretty much like, okay, why didn't I take that time for myself? Even though I needed it, even though I need a break, why didn't I do it? And sometimes you find something stupid in your day where you wasted like 15 minutes, even if that's what you get, but you wasted that 15 minutes doing like scrolling, like you said, like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I think a lot of things with time is very like passive, because it's like subconsciously we do little things that may take off 20 minutes that, you know, okay, that's valuable time right there. Have you ever been like trying to get ready for work and you wake up early, you take a shower, and then la da 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 da, and all of a sudden you still late for work? Like, oh my god, what'd you do? You know that I do that all the time. Like my brain just gets on this coast mode, like, you know, oh man, shit, I woke up early, I ain't got to worry about this, I'm leaving. And then all of a sudden, oh man, now I got to drive fast again, oh no, traffic, oh no, 5 minutes late. So like
Bro,
it's
who
just,
you
it's an
tell it?
everyday battle.
It's
For
a huge issue of mine. Is I hate rushing. Like I hate the feeling of rushing, of being rushed, of rushing myself, rushing my kids, rushing, you know, whatever the case. And that all comes down to time management. And
sure.
when it comes to me in particular, going to work, like you say, bro, it's weird. Like I'll wake up with plenty of time. Be up, be dressed, have,
Two
you know,
hours
and be good, have plenty of time. And no, I'm good. I'm gonna leave early and everything, and still find something that I have to be doing up until right when it's time to go. Like, how did I end up like? Why did I think I could do this for? Oh, well, you know, I got enough time to do it. You know, it's like I literally, instead of sitting for 10 minutes prior to leaving doing nothing and then all right, it's time to go, I'm doing something right up until it's time to go. And sometimes, you know, I end up being late or still being
exactly.
there just on time. And being late is something that's just I hate it so much, and especially being a black man being late you know what I'm saying, in a multicultural group of friends. You know, it's like they expect you to be the late one. You know what I'm saying? Like I hate that shit, bro, and I hate when I am, bro.
Yeah.
It's like god damn. And then sometimes I gotta own it. I ain't late. I just came when I wanted to come, motherfucker. I ain't late. I'm just here now. Fuck you talking about. But you know, like, but it's just a process that even at 35, you know, I still find
Man,
myself working on.
you're the
You know,
late one, but I'm the early one. That's what
you tell me,
sucks.
you too early.
Like yeah, I'll be too early. Mom, be like, man, could you go somewhere for about 30 minutes? I'm like, oh man, my bad, man. I didn't know.
We're not open yet,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah, like my bad.
My soul. That's hilarious, yo. Yes, sir. Hey, but you know, that must have its benefits too. You know what I'm saying? By all means, you know. At the same time, being just on time, I have its benefits too. I get a lot done because I'm always doing something.
For sure.
But you know, my fiance doesn't like that per se. You know what I'm saying? We're both part of that generation to where we're all, you know, whether it's on our phones or something, we don't want downtime. You know, you spent the first half of your life as a kid being bored. I haven't been bored. The actual phrase of the feeling of bored like in 10 years. Like
Oh my
I
god,
don't know
like
how that
nothing to
feels
do.
to be bored. Like yeah, what? And whether it's our phones, social media,
Shit.
there came a time where nope, I'm always got something I could be doing, watching, experiencing, creating, you know, feeling. It's like, you know, I got things to do. It's not enough time to do all these things I want to do anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like it's ridiculous, man.
Yeah. Man, you wanna
Um,
you know what? Speaking of missed time management, I was late
mhm.
to work this morning. Got a little story to tell. So
Yeah,
this is how things happen for me. Wake up this morning, like obviously it's the butt crack of dawn, so it's about like 2:45, 3. You
right.
know, take a shower, do my thing. It's about 20 minutes, got to be to work. Go outside, guess what? Frost everywhere, bro.
Oh yeah, it was
I had to
beautiful
spend
actually. It was crazy. Yeah,
no, there was
it was
nothing
all
beautiful about it
white.
because
Oh,
I
it
had
was
to
dark still
spend
when you came out, so it
15
wasn't that
minutes.
beautiful. Yeah, fuck that.
I spent 15 minutes. That was 15 minutes. Now I got 5 minutes to get to work. See, like it's stuff
Oh
like that.
yeah. Like,
Like
oh, we should
that's
always leave a little bit of time, right, for some random thing
oh
that may happen, and it always seems to happen. Oh, my daughter got to stop here now. She wants to do. Oh, you're right. I got to defrost
oh
my
my
car, or
goodness.
so, bro. My God,
Man,
I feel you.
scrape it 3 in the morning.
No, this
Yeah.
morning I actually was. See, I didn't have to get outside to like 6 something. Well, what I actually when I got up, to get my 14-year up for school, 14-year-old up for school, excuse me. And when I went out there to get the car warm, around 7:15, the sun was just coming up, and that frost was just white and beautiful actually over everything. You know what I'm saying? I found myself thinking like, how did this fucking happen? Was it just super cold enough to where it just frosted, or did it didn't snow? You know what I'm saying? So this is just cold air landing on everything. It's small things like that that I find beautiful, and I try to appreciate in the morning time when I'm getting up and dealing with all the bullshit. But I digress.
Man, it's crazy. You look at it like that, now I get depressed because I'm like, God, I know snow's coming with that negative weather. I got to dress up to go
Ugh,
outside. Mm,
bruh. I finally put all my hoodies away, like folded them and put them up, like I stacked them because I can't hang them. If I was to hang all my hoodies up, my bar would fall. My closet bar would
man,
fall between all my clothes, my girls' clothes. I don't hang my jeans up because that's just they all fall. So I finally folded my hoodies up. You know what I'm saying? And I looked at I got like 12 fucking hoodies. 12-inch hoodies that I actually wear throughout the time. And I'm always, and now it's nice because I always wear one underneath or on top of something. You know what I'm saying? Like I think I'm ready this year, bro. Fuck it. First time, 35. I'm actually ready for the cold air. Yeah.
I'm never ready. I'm ready for it to be over as soon as it comes.
Oh, you tell it. Guys, this is 251 Talk Radio. I am Pro Pittman. You are here with the awesome Venie the Great on our weekly ritual Men's Mental Health Monday.
Yes, sir.
We are on episode 45, speaking about time management and balance, prioritizing your day to get the best out of it. How the fuck y'all feeling out there? Fun.
Whoa.
It's a good one, man. I'm glad that we're committing our time to this. We're back at it, back on stereo. Hope you guys are having a good one out there. Make sure you follow us here on stereo to be able to listen live to our podcast. They are scheduled out. You can listen to them. You can be a part of the conversation and leave messages for us to listen to live and respond to you on air. That's stereo. Make sure you download the app on your Google Store, Apple Store, Google, whatever. Play Apple. Play with apples, juggle some apples. Make sure you grab stereo, and you come
Yeah.
on out. You hang out with us. Orchestra replays on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and everywhere else you will get your
Check us out
content.
for sure.
We'll get back to the conversation, guys. Hope you are having a good one out there. Make sure you twist something up for one of us. Make sure it's the gas, 93 premium, no 87 now. Hey, just saying, you know.
You know what?
What's
If you
that?
got some Snickle Fritz, come on by with that too. Just know I ain't hitting it.
Hey, if it gets you right, then get right. Hey, as long as we get it right. There was an article I was looking at on realmanrealstyle.com. 5 simple habits for a more productive life. Parentheses, how to get shit done fast.
Yes,
It's
sir.
a good article from August of this year. Basically time management for men is exactly what we're talking about. They have some bullet points, some blips here that I kind of want that we kind of already have spoken on, but I think it's pretty cool to have something to reference and someone can look this up for themselves. The first one they speak about is learning how to prioritize tasks. Basically make lose himself in work. The more tasks you pile up, the more you might find yourself scrambling to solve them as they come. And I totally feel that. But talk about to mitigate this, make a habit of compiling the tasks you have by urgency using the priority matrix. Basically, they're talking about what you got to do first. How to delegate things, how to schedule things, and what to avoid. Because we don't have to always be doing everything. Certain things, is taking up your time. I know a lot of people who don't get shit done in their house, shit done within themselves because they always are trying to get up and leave and go somewhere and do something, hang out and go outside and meet someone and smoking. That's cool. That shit ain't going nowhere. Take care of your home. Take care of yourself first. Come out of, what I'm saying, something that you are comfortable in. Jump into something that is clean. Dirty cars and shit, all that type of shit. That does something to your mind. People don't realize that. Clutter. Prioritize yourself, man. Prioritize taking care of yourself and taking care of the things that make you a more better person excuse me, make you a better person for everyone else around you. You know what I'm saying? So I know prioritizing tasks is something that's one thing that I do know I'm good at doing. I don't, you know, I, I deleted UFC off my Xbox. G, that's crazy. I don't. I played the UFC. Had
Hey
to get rid
man,
of it, man, because it was taking too much of my time. And not like the game itself was. It wasn't like Xbox was. It was UFC was taking too much of my time. You know what I'm saying? Like I was
yes sir.
that game. I went to it for a daily fix of the what I call the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. All in one sitting. That's what online gaming is. Because sometimes you can be fuck yeah, let's fucking go. Saying and working shit. Then you get humbled real fast. You know what I'm saying? To where it's like shit. Ooh, you remember that you ain't the best at everything. And UFC is
Yeah,
a great game for that type of shit. But I'm using that as an example for me. That's just something that I realized was taking. Although I was enjoying playing the game, there was more. I wanted to get more things done. And at the end of the day, what am I going to achieve by ranking up to the highest level in that game? Nothing really tangible in life, just a feeling of accomplishment. You know what I'm saying? Which I can
I
get
feel
from
that.
other things, which actually make me money or, really give me some value and my family value. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I love USC. I'm gonna re-download it and imbalance how many rounds I play. You feel
I,
me?
I think the priority thing though is
Hmm.
what I want to touch on is huge. For one, is there's different things in your day that you're gonna have to prioritize, especially if you have a job. If you have a job,
Hmm.
you prioritize the stuff that's at work. But once you're done with work, that's when it really begins because the energy isn't there because obviously you worked all day and mentally it could have been draining, mentally it could have been stressful. So now you got to take that and bring it on into your current life that you're building outside of work. Now, that is the hardest thing to prioritize, especially when you don't have motivations. So you got to find
Yeah.
little things after work that's going to motivate you because I know it's crazy how you're tired all day at work. Tired. Oh man, I can't wait to get off. As soon as you get off, you ain't going to sleep. You're happy that you're
Right.
off. You know what I mean? Like
Facts. Yeah.
but a lot of people spend that time to just unwind. But the whole time they're unwinding, there's things that still could have been done. I'm starting
Right.
to realize when I first get off of work, I can't just unwind. What I have to do is I have to, take a couple minutes for myself, get back to it, because my
Get working.
unwinding
Yeah.
comes later once everything is
Right.
done, which is prioritizing, things like that because it's definitely difficult. Like I said, if something happens during your day, man, and it ruins your mental, like, how do you, go from one transition to the next? Obviously you want to give yourself some time, but don't give yourself too much time because then you start lacking in other areas. And then, like, my dad always told me, yo, just make good habits. If you keep doing good habits, they'll translate. So just
Hmm.
plug in, you know what I'm saying? Lock in. Like I said, take that couple minutes for yourself. Just don't take the whole day. I mean, I remember just days I used to come home and I used to scroll Facebook for an hour. Now, what the hell I just do
Right.
that for? You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Hmm.
unwinding, but like, okay, now I'm unmotivated. Then probably seeing something that was super negative. You know what I mean? And then
Oh
I
yeah.
took that way to heart. Then maybe I argued with this person for 20 minutes. So like all that negative energy didn't do me no justice. So
Oh yeah.
realize really how much time you're wasting when you're just sitting there. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a whole cipher within itself too. That's a whole other conversation is what phones are doing to us and not even like to the kids, to adults, people older than us, who never
Yes,
even
sir.
had that issue in their life. Now they're 45 and they're addicted to TikTok. You know what I'm saying? They can't fucking, like for real. And they will spend hours watching videos on TikTok and using on to the next one, on to the next one, and it's like it's crazy how much, you know, hobbies are gone. People don't have hobbies no more. People don't have things they
No.
like to do. They go to work, they take care of their kids, and then they're on their phone. And they think because they go to work and take care of their kids, that's enough. And it technically is, by all means, take care of your kids. But what about for you? Is that enough for
Yes,
you?
sir.
Don't you want more for yourself? Aren't there things you like to do?
Is there
Me
anything
and you,
you
we
enjoying right now?
bro, we podcast, what I'm saying? We play video games, we like sports, there's a lot of things that we're into, that can help fill up the time in the day and still give us something creative and cultural to take in, as opposed to just scrolling. And what is this? What is someone so and so thinking? Who like this? And another thing about social media with men is they push so much ass on us, bro. Like I
Mm-hmm.
asked my girl, I'm like, is your TikTok like this too? They don't show you this shit. I know it ain't about what I know. It's sometimes it's about what you like and how much you watch things for a certain amount of time. But still, bro, I could be off TikTok for months, get back on, and the first thing they want to show me is ass and twerking and fucking just like transition videos and just the thickest bitches in the world. It's like, whoa. It's like it's
Mm-hmm.
too much sometimes. Instagram, all that, bro. It's like I don't think men are wired to sexually be able to be shown all this all fucking day. When you don't even pick when it pops up, it's just a part of your a part of your brain. It's just ass and twerking and fucking just booty and just and transitions and videos. It's like, yo, and reels and all. It's like, bro, I had to delete all the social media off my phone earlier this year and went about 4 months deactivated and everything. And I felt like I was a better person from now when I have to come back because I'm doing business online again. And I gotta promote and things of that nature. It has its pluses, but it also comes with the negatives. And what's that? The balance. So trying to find that balance between all this shit, including your phones, is paramount in 2022. Wisdom, cipher, wisdom. You know what I'm saying, guys? Men's Mental Health Monday. You got Pro Pittman.
Men's.
You got Venie the Great.
Yes, sir.
We are speaking about realmenrealstyle.com. They speak. They're speaking about actually an article that we were already talking about. So I pulled this up for us to just to go over some of these points. Another one they speak about is stop taking in unnecessary information. Waking up to a hill of work emails and household chores can make for a chaotic start to the day. Effective time management for men can sometimes be a matter of consolidating and restricting the time in which information reaches you. The less you take in at a time, the better you'll be done at getting everything else done you need to. It may be difficult, but waking up a little earlier can go a long way in garnering that efficiency. And that's something we're just talking about. Waking up earlier and blocking certain things that are being pushed at you nowadays. Your phone is just a constant advertisement. You used to be in the room by yourself when you wake up, or you in the room with you and one other person when you wake up. Now you wake up, you grab your phone, and you're in a room with 6 billion people. You know what I'm saying? It's like everyone's emotions and interests and attitudes and stories, which honestly I don't give a fuck about sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Be right in my face, like to where I this morning deleted the Facebook app on my phone. I can do all my business from the actual business app that they have for Facebook, but all of the other shit, I just don't care. Sometimes I don't care.
Yeah.
I know who my people are. I'll find them. I'll see them. They'll come see me. We'll converse. We'll build. But everyone's itty bitty little thought about everything that they think is important is really not. What's important is what you're not doing while you're on your phone. Whatever the case. And I've been a victim of that myself. I've been a component of that, especially when in my younger years. Man, I thought everything I had to say needed to be posted, or it was going to be interesting, or things of that nature. Period. So I had to find a way just to minimize how much I gave out too, and as well as how much you take in. You know what I'm saying? Go a long way for real.
Yeah, I think the big thing for me is, I wake up early just for work. So on my days off, I'm naturally up early.
Right.
So you're talking, 5:30, and then like I dedicate my day, and you know what I'm saying. And this is how for me, this is how I get away.
Mm-hmm.
Um, roll some trees. Do you know what I mean? Watch the
Right.
sunrise. I've picked up bird watching for this spring, so like that is like really got an interest into me. So I'm looking for birds now, feeding birds and doing stuff like that. Trying to
Wait.
get like a. I still ain't got the Oreo yet that I'm looking for, but I got them hummingbirds coming. So it's a little something different, but it's like in that time, bro, I'm in nature, bro. So it feels good.
Well, you got some binoculars. You need to get.
No, bro,
I want to see.
bro,
Hey,
just
I know what
put
to
a
get
put
you
a
for
feeder
Christmas
out.
now. I know what to get you for Christmas now with some binoculars, Joe. So you can really be out
I
there on
got
your
I
bird
got some
watching
I got
shit.
some binoculars. I really do, bro. I got some small ones. Like they're
Nice.
literally under my chair right now. Like this is something that I picked up, and like I said, man, like okay, it amazed me because one day, and I'm telling you, it's like 5:30 in the morning. I put up a little feeder and I put pretty much sugar water in this thing, and I had
Hmm.
hummingbirds the next day. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
bet.
Like it. You know
Word.
what I'm saying? So it's like, I can't. It's like, okay, I attracted a specific bird, like, but I don't even know what this is. So I started researching stuff, and then I started getting into that, and I started realizing, like, oh my god, I just picked up a hobby just because I wanted to be, more in nature, more in tune with that side instead of, like you said, waking up and scrolling Facebook or scrolling
Mm-hmm.
Instagram, going on TikTok, seeing, ass and titties all over the place. It's like I
Right.
wanted to be filled with something that was more pure and beautiful. You know what I mean? And I felt like, birds was the way. So that's what I did. I mean, like, bro, like woodpeckers, all types of stuff, man. I've seen bald eagles, like,
Mm-hmm.
swoop down
Yeah.
and eat roadkill and stuff like that. Like, that's nature, man, and we got to get back to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause like if you really think about how people live nowadays, it's materialistic. You know what I'm saying? So like, if we build up to have all these material things and they mean nothing, then what are we really living for? So that's why I go to stuff like bird watching, or, you know, a bee taking pollen from a flower, or
Yeah.
anything like that, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's what kind of like blocks out all that energy.
And that's a beauty too, like being up that early for work, and then the days you don't have to work, and then actually being up still, getting to see the sunrise every day. That's amazing. I would love that, because you probably catch a lot of sunrises. You know what I'm saying? A lot more than most people
Yes,
catch.
yes,
And the cool thing about, like I said, with the
yes,
bald eagles, they a lot of the feeding and wild shit they do is at dusk and dawn. My cats always want to get out, and I let them out right when the sun come up, and they want to go out right when the sun goes down, just to be wild. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
yes, sir.
you'll be with that essence of nature too. You know what I'm saying? You be wild and shit. You know what I'm saying? Early. You know what I'm saying? I like that. That's what's up,
Yeah,
bro.
but
Good.
it's like what you were saying, and when you were talking, you like that was the hour and a half for me to, like, be present. So like,
Mm-hmm.
and we all need to take that time to do that. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to do that with thinking about the next thing that you got to do, or thinking about the past, or something that somebody did to you, or something like that. Man, we don't live in the now, appreciating the things that's around us, appreciating life. The simple things. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Everything is so complex nowadays. Let's just watch a bird and see how relaxing that
Facts.
is. You know what I'm saying?
True indeed. There was times I remember when I was younger where I didn't even recognize a tree for a tree. If that makes sense, I'll expound. Like I obviously I knew that I would walk past a tree and see it, but I never would walk past a tree and look at it and go, hold on. Like, big ass trunk trees you can walk up and like hug damn near. Like the think about the idea of the tree, like how long this tree has been here and how long it took to get to where it is now, and
Yes.
how it just stands here quietly and relaxing. Like I got to a point in life, in my mid 20s where those things started to become apparent to me that I wasn't doing my whole life. I wasn't noticing, things. I was just living there, and things like birds and trees and just nature, period, does wonders for our mental health, more than most men realize they do. And a lot of men don't get out and experience that period,
Mm-hmm.
to even, get that part of them out. I can only imagine how awesome it would be being, a rock climber or a surfer, for a living, to where that's just part of life, it's just being out there, bro. Damn sure ain't the
Yeah,
Midwest,
man.
tell you that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I went out to Colorado, man. I went on the top of Mount Evans, man, and
Hmm.
like the view will just put it in perspective. And sometimes people just need to see that, because you got to appreciate that. You know what I mean? Not everybody get to make it to that spot to look at these things, to get this sunset or to get this sunrise. So like when I
Hmm.
was out in Vegas, bro, they're 2 hours behind us. So like my sleep schedule was messed up already. So in Vegas, it was even more messed up. I'm waking up, it's 4 in the morning. Like it'll be six, here, but it's 4 in the morning there.
Right.
But I'm catching a sunrise in the desert, no clouds. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? Different perspectives. It's so much different. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, that's that's the things that we take for granted, and that's the things that really can help you mentally, man. Because
By all
sometimes
means.
some watching that sunrise, or watching just the mountains and the way the day goes and stuff like that, and the calmness of a lake or something, bro, something will speak to you, give you
True.
the answer to the question that you always been, you know what I'm saying, that you always been waiting for. You'll get that answer, man. Trust me, because I know it's happened to me plenty of times. So
Or hopefully, if you ain't, you know, if it's not the answer, hopefully, let's say you at the point where you haven't even started asking the questions yet. hopefully it makes you start asking the questions, to get some,
Hmm.
it's bros out here who haven't even started asking questions yet, and it's like, bro, you got to question the shit that they telling you and question the way you feel and the way it's making you feel, and what can you do to regulate that and balance that properly. You know what I'm saying? It's super super important. Can you hear that? I think like my neighbor's nailing like he's working on the fence. I don't know. I got my denoise around, so you shouldn't be able to hear it. But whatever the case, I think it's important, bro. It's super important. I want to get to one more of these points real quick on this article we was talking about. It says make a plan. This may seem fairly obvious to most guys, but it's important for a different reason than you expect. Yes, it's key to establish a strategy towards obtaining a goal, whether it may be a new car or $1 million. But what's more important than the plan itself? You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. Most times people don't have a plan. They're just going through life. Just day by day without any idea where they want to end up at or where they're going. I know it's important to live in the now and to appreciate where we are now, but goals are important. When you can't get to a goal without a plan. A goal without a plan is just a dream. I think I read somewhere. So I think it's important that we at least have goals that we want to reach, whether it's small goals. You know what I'm saying? Goals for the week, goals for the just just the year, or goals in life that we want to reach. It's important to have them. And also know how to plan accordingly to get to those goals. Don't expect them just to be handed to you or for you to stumble upon them. You know what I'm saying? For real.
Yeah, planning. That's a hard one for me,
Hmm.
um, because the fear of the unknown, and that's why I try to go prepared. I try to go prepared. You know what I mean? Like I have a plan, but here's plan B. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like then anxiety makes me have plan B, plan C, plan D, and then guess what? None of them goes according to my plan.
Oh, I feel
But
that. Hmm.
I do know that having a objective and reaching that objective feels wonderful. You know what I mean? Like just like um I told myself like, okay, that's it, bro. You're gonna stop with the Red Bulls. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Give it a month. And guess what, man? I've been without a Red Bull for exactly 1 month. So
Word.
you know, don't get me wrong. I looked at one today like, ooh, that bitch was cold too. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
Oh
I,
man.
I had to buckle up, man, to realize that like, okay, you're either gonna keep doing this and it's gonna ruin your heart, or you can stop this. You can take in water. You can do this. So like for me, like little goals help me with my big goals, and it's like you said, like even if it's $1 million that you're trying to get, it's just about that process, that plan, like that you have to, get there, and how many
Right.
steps did you take to get there. You know what I mean? Feel good, man, because like sometimes things don't go as planned, but guess what? Did you stay the course?
Right.
You know.
True indeed.
So,
True indeed.
what's
I,
what's
I
what's it called? Trust the process. That's what it is.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm good at like having the plan, like especially once I figured out my like the goal, my big life plan of just how to be the man I want to be. I'm good at like having it, but implementing it, is always been an issue. And it goes back to our first topic of time management and balance. Like it's hard to
Yes, sir.
sometimes, balance yourself properly to implement the plan. They're your master plan. You know what I'm saying? Like, what needs to be done and where it can get you is just balancing everything else life throws at you to stay the course is never easy, and the
Never.
more work we put into it, the better things get. Another point this thing makes is, it says take massive action. It says I say to take massive action over simply working hard, but because it's a claim that everyone makes, yet it's seldom the case. This is about keeping a steady pace towards your goals and keeping a high standard throughout. Keeping yourself motivated to be disciplined is a challenge, which is why it's essential to surround yourself with people who work just as hard as you do and have a great attitude as you do. And that's very important, and that's a great thing about having you as a friend. You definitely,
Appreciate that.
you support, what I'm saying, and promote,
Likewise.
and real talk, and remind someone that they're good at what they're doing and to keep going, whatever that is, hobbies, ventures, just relationships, try your best. And, if you really want something, go for it and keep those around you who are going to, um, help you, reach those type of goals, and make sure, those same people understand how to tell you when you tweak it, what I'm saying? To tell you when
Yes,
you
sir.
do it too much,
Yeah,
and we
yes,
don't want to
sir.
overload ourselves, man, for real.
I really like that bullet point talking about what you're alluding to right now, just like having everybody in your circle kind of think the same as you or kind of follow the same values as you.
Yeah.
Because I've always seen good people surrounded by bad people and do bad things and bad things happen to them. And it's not any type of karma or anything like that. It's just how energy works. If you take one positive vibe and put them around negative vibes, what do you think's going to happen?
Right. True
You
indeed.
know,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You better hope that one positive vibe is the strongest vibe you've ever seen to turn other people negative, but usually you get consumed by it. That's why surrounding yourself with positive people and having positive outlooks on things, that is very important. Because you don't, want to go through these things like, okay, I'm having an off day. I call you, fam, and guess what? Like you got some positive things for me. Oh man, I know how you feel. I know make
Hmm.
you don't make me feel alone. It's stuff like that that's I'm appreciative of. And when these positive vibes come, you have to, sometimes you're gonna be the positive vibe. You know what I mean? Like if you were to call me, say something, or like a wave of depression or something hits you, man, bro, just struggling, just want to come over, get in tune, man, come on over, bro. You know what I mean? And then hopefully my positive attitude or whatever positive I got to say can rub off on you, lift you up. And I think we got to get back to doing that for each other before, you know what I'm saying? Or we gonna just keep having these problems, man. Like we all got to rely on each other. You know what I mean? And I think it's too many times where we try to do things on our own, or we try to, oh, we got this. Especially men, we got this. We got this, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm a man. I see my homie over there. He doing it too. You know what I'm saying? We good. You know what I'm saying? We got this. We got this whole time,
Right.
man. I don't got this, man. I'm slipping. I'm falling. I can't. You know what I mean? Like,
Right. I
because
feel you,
because
bro.
things go wrong in life. You know what I mean? And sometimes you need somebody that's gonna pick you up, man. That's why I appreciate you, my brother. I called you last week, a day after the show. Like, yo,
Right.
man, just tons of it just hit me. And guess what, man? You picked me out of that. You came over. You know what I'm saying? And to be
Yeah.
honest, like Selena was like the picker upper. Just I
Hmm.
was like, man, she's grown so much. She's polite. She's real good. You know what I mean? Like,
That's my 5 year old
you know,
daughter, y'all. In case y'all don't know who Selena
yes,
is,
sir.
she's like one of my five
Yes.
year old daughter. Yes.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean.
For those
Yeah,
who don't know,
but yeah,
right, right.
just
Yeah,
just
yeah,
just just that really helped me, man. And sometimes, I feel like a lot of people don't have that. So if you find somebody that's got a positive vibe, please, please go to them.
yeah.
Try to have
And
that bounce back off of you. You know what I mean? Like, man, it's
it's like a
key.
battery. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
It's like a battery, by all means. Um, Last point before we shut things down, that was speaking about time management in the last blip in this um, article we were reading on from realmenrealstyle.com was never forget to celebrate. Last but not least, when it
yes,
comes to
sir.
simple habits for a more productive life for men, is to celebrate. It's something many of us forget to do when we become tied up and utterly focused on responsibilities. We pride ourselves in working our bodies to a breaking point, being up by them at 7 and taking a breather at 10 p.m. It's just important to set some time aside for you and do other things that matter, such as yourself and family. The other reason people advocate for waking up at 5 a.m. is you can indulge in what you like. For at least 2 hours, you have time to do what's important to you, whether it's going to the gym, having a cup of coffee, or listening to an audiobook. Make sure you schedule time with family and friends as well. Your success is meaningful. If you can't share it with your loved ones, then it's not going to be worth nothing in the first place at all. Do y'all understand what we're talking about today? 251 Talk Radio. I am Pro
Yes,
Pittman.
sir.
This is Venie The Great. This is Men's Mental
What's
Health
happening?
Monday. Time
Yeah,
management, brother.
you know it.
You gotta celebrate. You gotta find time to enjoy yourself.
Yes, sir.
You gotta do things that feel good. You work all day. You know, make sure you take a nice bath. You know what I'm saying? Fuck your woman good. It's just, the best.
Man,
The good shit, bro, and enjoy it.
man,
You feel me? Dive
hit
up
the
in the shit.
John Wall dance.
You feel
Hit
me?
the John Wall. Yeah, Dougie.
Sometimes you gotta be like, man, it's Mental Health Monday, bro. You gotta celebrate. And
Got
especially
to.
when you work hard. You know, I ain't talking about you fuck niggas who don't get no work done. Y'all ain't got shit to
Yes,
celebrate.
sir.
Get,
Man, I ain't
get,
celebrating
get,
your
get up,
level 40 on
go work
2K because I was
for
at
them.
work all day.
uh, been a great show, bro. It's a good conversation to have with you, bro. I'm glad that we are staying
Always.
true. We ain't new to this. We true to this. You feel me? So make sure you guys stick
Yeah,
around.
yeah.
Follow us here. Be close. Take care of one another. Make sure you take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? I am Pro Pittman. This is Venie the Great. Once again, my Dusky. I'll make sure I stay in tune with you, and they will see us next
Yes,
week.
sir.
Make sure you stay in tune on stereo. You will catch House of Hip Hop tomorrow. On Tuesday with me and
For
Rashad
sure.
Radio, double PWS Pros Pro Wrestling Show, where I cover major segments from WWE, SmackDown, and Raw, and AEW Dynamite, as well as all the pay-per-views and premium live
Oh
events.
yeah.
So make sure you guys stay in
Oh
tune.
yeah.
Tell a friend, tell a wrestling friend, you know what I'm saying, to come on through and hang out with us. We got a lot more coming for
Yes.
you on 251 Talk Radio, so make sure y'all stay in tune. You know what I'm saying?
And if you're gonna tune into the wrestling show, make sure you feeling oozy. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, see. Gotcha.
I'm tired of people thinking they have a chance.
Oh, brother, man. Number love, man. I hope you enjoy the rest of your
Love.
day. I will be in tune, you know what I'm saying? And we will see you guys
Yes,
next
sir.
time on Men's Mental Health. As always, we end these shows with a peace.
Mondays at 1:30. Tune in.
Yeah.
Peace.